Hello everyone, I'm Dr. John Gurban, PhD in Mechanical Engineering. In this video, I want to talk about how to start your own business. I hope you like this video. Okay. The scientific content I want to share with you today consists of results from researchers at Cambridge University and other universities. To begin, I will present a series of foundational topics in the form of two videos. Other related content will be presented in the future videos on this channel. Many of you would like to start your own business, but there is a fear in your hearts to begin. One part of overcoming this fear is knowledge. The more knowledge you have, the better your vision for the future will be. In the first step, I want to scientifically examine what percentage of businesses have a chance of success and what percentage fail. First, I will examine the statistics of businesses in the United States. As you can see in this figure, it is reported that new businesses that started in 2018, over 1/5 closed in their first year. By the 5th year, 2023, the rate of business failure hits nearly 50%. Please pay attention. The statistics that I presented are not meant to scare you. Rather, these scientific numbers help you understand the risk involved in the business you want to start. In social media, they sell you dreams and only talk about success. But here, I'm as a university professor or as a teacher. I'm here to present the real facts to you. Okay. Second step. The second step is to prepare your risk profile calmly and without emotion. Determine for yourself how much failure you can tolerate mentally and financially. Some failures cause mental collapse in people. Please pay attention. You should not reach that point. So, determine how much financial, mental, personal, and social damage you can withstand. Do not deceive yourself and be honest with yourself. Define your tolerance zone, define your risk zone, and never ever start a business that is outside this zone. You operate only within this zone. With this method, even if your business is not successful, you will remain financially and mentally in a normal state and will be able to continue your daily life. Okay? third step, you need to identify two very important parameters within yourself: your abilities and your interests. Regarding your abilities, you have many abilities right now, be sure. And perhaps you don't even need to learn new abilities. It's enough to identify the abilities you have, enhance them, and try to start businesses based on these abilities. For years, you've been deceived by one point. In social media and motivational seminars, they tell you that you can do anything you want, that you have the ability to do anything. But the reality is, no. These are just words, and they don't help you. You don't have the ability to do everything. You cannot be the best at everything. Don't deceive yourself. Accept reality and act based on your actual abilities. A horse doesn't have the ability to fly, but is it a flaw for a horse? Certainly not. A horse has other abilities. The second parameter you need to identify within yourself is your interests. If you want your business to have a higher chance of success, try to choose a business that falls within your interests. You should enjoy doing it. One of the risks of starting businesses is that halfway through, your endurance might run out and you might give up on continuing. This has happened to me too, unfortunately. However, if a business is started based on your interests, this risk is reduced. Let me show you some statistics. Let's take a look at a traditional business within the time frame of 2016 to 2026, which has been the peak of discussions about cryptocurrencies and AI. What you see in this figure is the stock return of Coca-Cola, a traditional company in the industry. In this period, despite the excitement about cryptocurrencies and AI, it has yielded several times the rate of inflation. The bold blue line represents the changes in the company's stock price, and the dashed line represents the changes in stock price, including paid dividends. As you can see in the figure, the company's return in this period was 150%, and the shareholders' money has multiplied 2.5 times. So, if you have the ability and interest in baking, in agriculture, in education, it doesn't mean that just because others are talking about cryptocurrency and forex, you should also go that route. Instead, focus on your own abilities and interests and earn your profit like Coca-Cola. If you have the ability and interests, open a pastry shop. If you have the ability and interest, establish your poultry farm. going to corn cultivation, open your small restaurant, produce handicrafts. Okay? Next step. The fourth step is to face another reality. That reality is that if you can start your own business, you will likely have more income, more freedom in life, be more respected by society, and in short, have more satisfaction from your life. But you must pay attention that this absolutely does not mean that if you cannot launch your business after extensive planning and effort, you are a failure in life. Never. Contrary to the lies of social media, working for someone else's business is not a bad thing at all, and it is a source of pride. And certainly in this situation, you can also live with pleasure, happiness, and a sense of satisfaction. So, if you start your own business, you might feel more satisfaction and pleasure in your life. And if you don't succeed, it absolutely does not mean that you cannot have a life with satisfaction and peace. Throw away this social media lie. Let your mind be at ease. Let me show you some statistics. This bar chart shows the self-employment rates among different racial groups within the United States workforce. It reveals that white workers have the rate of self-employment at 11%. Please pay attention, just 11%. Followed closely by Asian workers at 10%. You can clearly see the low statistics of those who work for themselves. Are they just happy and satisfied with life? Definitely not. Okay, let's move on to the next point. Fifth step. Okay, when you create an advantage for your customers that your competitor has not been able to provide, that advantage is called a competitive advantage. Such advantages encourage customers to buy from you. You must ask yourself, what feature does the business I want to start have that would make customers come to me instead of others? I've written a few general ideas for you here that can serve as competitive advantages for your business, as you can see. These points are general. Let's look at specific, real examples together. Okay? In this figure, you can see 7 competitive advantages. For each of them, a company is given as a real example. For example, in number 4, please pay attention, in number 4, innovation. with the example of NVIDIA. NVIDIA is a prime example of a company that's nailed the innovation game. While it's best known for its graphics processing units, the company has extended its reach into industries like healthcare and cloud computing by pushing the boundaries of AI and machine learning. So, NVIDIA focused on innovative technologies. Another example, in number 6, for example, strategic assets, with the example of Apple. Apple is a prime example of a company that used its strategic assets, especially its intellectual property, to stay on top of the tech game. Over the years, Apple has built an extensive portfolio of patents and trademarks that give it a big edge over its competitors. With thousands of patents covering everything from hardware design to software features, Apple ensures its products like the iPhone, iPad, and Mac are unique in ways others can't easily copy them. This huge IP portfolio not only supports Apple's brand, but also creates a barrier for anyone trying to compete with its product lineup. But Apple's strategic assets go beyond just IP. The company's ecosystem, its hardware, software, and services like iCloud and the App Store creates a smooth, integrated experience that keeps customers coming back. This lock-in effect makes it harder for competitors to pull users away from the Apple universe. Okay, I recommend that you read more about the other examples of this figure so that the topic fits you better. Okay. This video covered some very key points. There is just one important thing. You must spend hours, days, or even weeks reviewing the points discussed in this video and the upcoming ones, and think about them deeply before starting your business. You should never act without considering all aspects. In the next video, I will also share important points with you about the topic of how to start your own business. Okay, I hope you enjoyed today's video and have a great day. Thanks.